A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold and strongly worded op-ed published in the New York Times, Senator Bernie Sanders has demanded the resignation of Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., following a series of upheavals at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. The controversy erupted after the abrupt termination of CDC Director Susan Minares, which led to the resignations of 4 senior officials who accused the administration of politicizing public health. Sanders, who holds a prominent position as the top Democrat on the Senate Health Committee, expressed grave concerns over what he perceives as Kennedy's anti-vaccine agenda. In his op-ed, Sanders condemned Kennedy for perpetuating conspiracy theories and disregarding scientific consensus, labeling his leadership as a direct threat to public health. President Trump and Kennedy have defended the reshuffling at the CDC, asserting that it is part of their initiative to restore trust in the agency. However, Sanders has warned that under Kennedy's stewardship, Americans risk losing access to essential vaccinations, which could lead to the resurgence of diseases that were previously under control. Highlighting the administration's decision to slash $500 million from mRNA vaccine research, Sanders emphasized that the country is now less equipped to handle future health crises. Secretary Kennedy is putting lives at risk, Sanders wrote emphatically. He must resign. The fallout from Minares' firing has been significant, with Deputy HHS Secretary Jim O'Neill stepping in as the acting CDC director. The situation has ignited a firestorm of controversy, as Kennedy has also faced backlash for linking antidepressants to a tragic church shooting. In addition to the turmoil at the CDC, a young linebacker from the University of Miami football team is facing serious charges following a devastating crash. The parent company of Buffalo Wild Wings, BWW Resources, has recently agreed to pay $47,500 to settle a lawsuit. Meanwhile, social media exploded on August 30th, 2025, with claims that Trump had died, as the hashtag #TrumpIsDead trended across platforms. Amidst these developments, Sanders has intensified his calls for accountability, urging an investigation into Minares' dismissal, which he characterized as reckless and dangerous. In his op-ed, he stated that Kennedy has profited from sowing distrust in vaccines and is now wielding his authority to wage a war against science and public health. Sanders underscored the importance of vaccines, noting that they have saved countless lives globally and are essential for preventing the resurgence of diseases like polio and COVID-19. He expressed concern that Kennedy's policies will hinder Americans from accessing life-saving vaccines. The Trump administration has defended the decision to remove Minares, with White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt asserting that the president has the authority to dismiss those who do not align with his mission. Leavitt reiterated that the administration is committed to restoring trust, transparency, and credibility to the CDC, ensuring that its leadership is accountable and focused on protecting Americans from communicable diseases. As the political landscape continues to shift, Sanders' calls for Kennedy's resignation reflect a growing unease within the medical community and among the public regarding the direction of health policy under the current administration. Sanders concluded his op-ed by urging President Trump to heed the advice of doctors and scientists, nominating a health secretary and CDC director who will prioritize the health and well-being of the American people over dangerous policies rooted in conspiracy theories. The fallout from this controversy is likely to continue, as the public and lawmakers alike demand answers and accountability from the Trump administration regarding its handling of public health. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.